joined by Dr. Shawn Edmondson, an expert in decision intelligence and a driving force behind iRIS Connect. He's all about helping teams make smarter, faster decisions in high-stakes environments. Dr. Edmondson, welcome to the show. To start us off, please can you share a bit more about your role in iRIS Connect and the work you do there?
Yeah, thank you very much. It's nice to be with you. So I'm the CEO of the U.S. operation of iRIS Connect. And our business is we provide technology to facilitate professional learning mostly for educators. So in the US, that's kindergarten through 12th grade teachers. And I oversee our operations. So that's everything from sales and marketing to customer support. And also I play a bit of a role in product development, and some of the changes that are afoot right now have to do in particular with artificial intelligence. So yeah, everyone's talking about artificial intelligence, of course. So thinking a bit about the role that AI has to do in training and development for teachers as well.
Okay. Yeah, no, AI, definitely hot topic.
The other primary role that I play in the company is I oversee evaluation and research.
Okay.
And so we are very much a research, evidence-driven company. That is, that we look to the existing body of literature that informs how to build our product and how to deliver it to our customers and serve their needs. But we also are involved in conducting and participating in research that helps demonstrate that what we do is effective. Everybody wants to know about return on investment, and I help oversee the work that we do in that space as well.
Okay. So a lot going on then. And what trends or shifts are you seeing in your sector?
Well, as I mentioned, AI is sort of on everyone's mind. It's so in our business, there's been, I think, two inflection points, huge inflection points in terms of technology. The first one sort of started with the founding of our company, which is about video.
Okay.
And our thesis is that if you want to be better at what you do, and if what you do is observable, then video is essential. Looking at what you do in self-reflection or in collaboration with others or in combination with coaching is a huge inflection point in improving how that work happens. And I think that this new inflection point, which is AI, is even more significant. Reason is because with both of those kind of core technologies, the reason they're inflection points is because they provide an efficiency that wasn't possible before. If we're colleagues and I want to help you be better at what you do, if we don't have video, then I have to be in the same place at the same time to watch you, and that's not efficient. Video allows us to have that interaction asynchronously and remotely and without the distraction of me being in your space. AI is similarly about efficiency in that when you have all that video, someone has to watch it and analyze it, make sense out of it, and give you feedback. And if AI can lift some of that burden, then it provides an efficiency that is kind of opens up that bottleneck that allows everyone to benefit from video and improving their performance.
Yeah, it's all about embracing AI, really, isn't it? I think
it is. There's a bit of work to do for all of us in any industry as we look at how to incorporate AI into what we do. There's going to be a lot of part of it is technical. How do we use it? What does it do? Is it good? Can we trust it and rely on it? But then also part of it is sort of psychological, sociological, emotional. How do people feel about it? Are they worried about their jobs? Are they worried about the impact it will have? And sometimes those things aren't rational, they're not evidence-based, they're just how people feel.
Yeah.
If we don't attend to those things as well, we won't be successful at integrating them or selling AI integrated into our service.
Yeah. No, couldn't agree more. Absolutely. Absolutely. And what challenges or opportunities are you seeing in the space right now? I mean, obviously you've mentioned AI there. Is there anything else that you're seeing?
Well, it's always been the case in our business, and I think this is true for most people that provide a product or a service. Implementation is always a challenge.
Yeah.
So, particularly with what we do, the service that we provide, the product we provide, is really about systems change. We want to
Mm.
really um, transform the system, and that requires some change management. So we have to understand what are the typical processes that people and organizations go through when they're adopting a change, and we have to attend to those needs. We can't just be technologists and build a
Mm.
thing and then drop it off on the doorstep and hope good things happen. They might initially, but if we don't facilitate implementation, then they won't use the product successfully. They won't get the return on their investment, and they won't come back to renew.
And how do you and the Iris team approach the marketing?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think that one of the highlights of how we approach marketing is we're content led.
Hmm.
Um, we aren't just technologists. Really, technology is for us as kind of a means to an end. I would say we are more educationalists. We understand the psychology of learning. We understand the process of coaching, and we build technology to facilitate those interactions. And so we have thought a lot about and learned a lot about what that means, and we like to share what we've learned and thought about through white papers, through
Hmm.
webinars, through content that we then give out to the community because people are looking for resources on the things I've been talking about. What is the role of change management? What are the implications of artificial intelligence? What does effective coaching look like?
Hmm.
And we can be we can facilitate those searches, and people search for those things and they find us. They see that we're credible thought leaders and provide good value. And all we're asking for is in exchange for that is for them to consider the role that our technology can play in those things. So being content led allows us to sort of leverage our credibility
Yeah.
as experts and our experience and our educations as experts in those domains. And it's also, I think, the reason that that kind of approach works is because it's authentic.
Mm. Yeah,
It's
exactly.
authentic in the sense that we authentically are curious and interested in the work that we do, and we're serious about supporting that curiosity with evidence and research. And that comes across. It's hard to fake. And in a world now where so much is so easily faked, I think there's going to be an increasing appetite for that kind of authenticity, that
Yeah.
rich human knowledge that you can provide by creating content. And so that's just one example. We do lots of other, more traditional marketing efforts, and I'll speak to one other one, which is I use LinkedIn a lot.
Yep. It's a good tool.
And for this, it is a good tool, and for the same reason, it allows me to connect as an authentic provider of value in the
Yeah.
world. People could look at my profile and see who I am and see that kind of content I was just referring to, and they're willing to do like what we're doing now, which
Yep.
is have a
Hmm.
conversation where we get to exchange value with each other and create value and exchange that with the world. And hopefully from those interactions comes, that uh, puts us in the sales pipeline.
Yep. Hmm. Oh, that's really good. And what about competitors? What does that look like to you?
We have a handful of competitors that are direct competitors and that their
Okay.
products are very much parallel to what we do, video-based professional development, and then AI that analyzes video. Um, we have been around probably longer than just about anybody else in the space. And one of the ways in which we differentiate ourselves is kind of what I've been talking about. We have
Yeah.
deep knowledge and expertise in the research in particular. But there's also a world of competing efforts that's much broader than that. When people organizations go to spend money on teaching and learning and
Mm.
professional development, they have a lot of options. And we are pretty different from many of those options because many of those options are what we know they look good in the sense that they're they're easy to do and they're efficient because if you go to a course as part of your professional learning and you sit there for 3 hours, maybe you're online and
Yeah.
you watch the videos and take the quiz at the end, I get to check the box. You get to check the box and you did your professional development. Well, we know that that's not very effective. And I think
No.
that so we differentiate ourselves by saying, well, that is necessary. It is important for you to like absorb some knowledge in the learning process, but it's also insufficient. And we can demonstrate empirically that that is the case. And so if you're investing, your organization are investing in resources in that, I can show you that that's basically a waste of money. If you follow that with a series of additional experiences, then I can show you that you'll actually take what the information that you learned and you'll
Yeah.
implement it
Yeah.
into your practice.
Yeah.
And if that's not happening, if you're not implementing what you're learning, then what's the point? The point is not
A
just to
tick
fill your
box.
head with knowledge.
Yeah.
It's it's got to manifest in the world otherwise. So we differentiate ourselves as a learning company in that fundamental way.
Yeah. And that makes so much sense as well. You know, like you say, it's all well and good going on these courses just to do a tick box to say, yep, I've attended, the box is ticked. If you're not implementing that and putting that into your day-to-day work, like you say, what's the point? So, no, that's good. And what are your key goals for the next 12 months?
Well, so back to AI, we have
Mm.
just released this AI feature that our first phase of introducing AI was to sort of get our hands around uh, what value it can provide, you know. And we learned a lot very quickly. And so specifically what I'm referring to is what I mentioned earlier. We have lots of video on our platforms. Teachers, our users can record themselves and upload the video, but too often there are not enough people on the other end, coaches, colleagues, to watch that video, to analyze it and provide feedback that helps the teacher become better at what they do. And so our initial phase was sort of let's just try it and see what happens. We learned a lot. We've now released our first product,
Mhm.
and it is remarkable in the sense that if you think about a pyramid,
Yep.
at the bottom of the pyramid, there is data. And when that data gets analyzed, it turns into information. And when that information gets processed, it becomes knowledge. And then knowledge, when processed, becomes wisdom. And so it is our contention that AI takes care of a lot of the heavy lifting of the bottom of the pyramid.
Yeah.
So if I'm watching a video of you doing your job, it's an hour long. That's a lot of information.
Yeah.
And AI can take in a superhuman sort of way, can analyze all that very quickly and turn that data into information. And then as a human, I can start to, now that load, that power tool has been used to lift that load off of my burden, I can start to apply the things that AI can do, which is my human um, skills and wisdom to translate that into wisdom and then pass that on to the teacher. So we're in that phase right now, trying to deploy this technology to our users, learn more from their experiences about how it's helping them, give teachers good feedback so they can be better at what they do. And
Hmm.
so for the next few months to a year, I think we'll be focused on better understanding that and how it's working for our users.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. And AI used the right way, it's such a helpful tool. Like you say, it does all that heavy lifting. So no, that's makes perfect sense. So if you had a magic wand and you could make one thing easier in your business, what would that be and why?
I would say I would wave a wand to make marketing easier.
Yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
what we do, I sometimes I see a business that's a consumer-facing business, a B2C, and the value proposition is so simple. And that I think, well, that looks really nice. because it's much easier to market when your value proposition is very simple.
Yeah.
Ours is complicated. Learning is complicated, and we are a B2B or B2G. And
Mm,
so getting people to deeply integrate what we do into their organization is hard. Learning in the way that I've been describing is hard. And
mm,
communicating all of this succinctly and clearly to the right people at the right time is a real challenge for marketing. And so it'd be nice if we could just breeze past that. And we're getting better and more efficient at it all the time, but it is a challenge.
yeah. No, it's getting that value across, I suppose, just showing people what value add that your organization can bring. So, yeah, I can see. Yeah. So, for everyone that's listening, if they wanted to level up their decision making abilities and
Mhm.
leadership skills, what would your want it be?
Well, I guess to answer that in a very broad way is to say empathy.
Mm,
I think that empathy is an important word in any organization at multiple levels, but leadership all the way down to product.
yeah,
And well, starting with product, you build a product to solve people's needs and challenges, their problems. And to get that right, you have to have deep, authentic empathy. Who are they? What do they need? And then as you go about marketing and sales, similarly, you have to have empathy. You have to understand, you have to be able to communicate. I hear you, I see you, I know what your problems and challenges are, and I've got the solution for you, and here it is. And then as if you are in a leadership role in an organization, empathy also is critical
yeah,
because the people you are managing who oversee that process, it's the same thing. We all want to be seen. We
yeah,
all need to be heard, and to help people be their best, having deep empathy for them, and then also having this conversation, helping them understand that empathy needs to go from them to the customers
yeah,
that they're
yeah.
serving as well. So, if I had to pick one bit of advice, would be to think deeply about empathy, what it means, and how to embody it across the organization and the work that we do.
Perfect. Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. 100%. So, Dr. Edmondson, thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking with you today. Before we sign off, is there anything you'd like to share more about your business with our listeners today?
I would just encourage people, if they're interested in improving the learning in their organization, whether they're educators or not, we work outside of education as well. Basically, anybody who wants to be better at what they do.
Yeah.
Video is a key tool for that, and now adding AI to it is huge. Come and visit us at irisconnect.com, and we'd love to talk more about what we do and show you how we do it.
Well, thank you so much for taking your time out today to come and speak to us. It's been a real pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you.